Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm going to be writing to Swami Chinmayananda on They Are in Me, I Am Not in Them, Chapter 7 verse 12, or Chapter 7 Discord 3. I don't know, that's the title and that's the other title. So, they are in me, I'm not in them. What could that mean? I assume, based on some interesting understanding that I have, that when you're looking at the world, everything is created inside your mind. Because you're not actually seeing, you're seeing these objects based on the reflection on the light. And that reflection is inputted by your eyes, and your eyes translate it into your mind, and your mind then sees what your mind is inputting, but the object is still there. The only thing that's coming in is a light, and everything is created in your mind. So they are in me, I am not in them. That actually makes sense now. I got the first part, I thought about it, but the second part I didn't quite fit for me until just now. So basically, my consciousness or my intellect or whatever is in me always, and what's being reflected from my body to them is not actually me. So that makes sense in the second part. They are in me. Well, my perception of them is in my brain, I guess. Anyway, let's go and get started. So this was kind of interesting, so let's see what he has to say.
So far he said that this my lower nature and higher nature together constitute the womb from which everything in the universe of names and forms arisen. Womb in the sense that it is the springboard, it is the source, it is the spring. Just as all waves of any dimension and power and shape, all of them are the womb is the ocean. Similarly, for this universe of names and forms, he is the source. Not only the outer form, but even our inner life of thoughts, the different types of thoughts, also mattaha, from me only.
ये चैव सात्विका भावाः राजसास्तामसाश्च ये मत्त एवेति तान् विद्धि न त्वहं तेषु ते मयि.
Also, ye chaiva, even these, what? Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic thoughts rising, the good, the bad, the indifferent thoughts that rise, because those three are the three gunas, three moods of the mind of every individual when Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic vasanas express. So it includes all possibility of thoughts that can rise in the human mind. All of them are mattaha, from me alone. Eveta tan vidhi. Please understand, Arjuna, that all thoughts, good, bad and indifferent, are rising from me alone. So then evil thoughts are also rising from him. Because
When it says me and him, it's like, is it two different people or is he talking about the same person? It sounds like two different people. I'm still a bit confused in what he's trying to point out here. They are in me, I am not with them. The first part before the chant, I guess, or the singing portion, it sounded like he was talking about Brahman, but then it ended a little abruptly. So let's see. We'll continue on. I'm trying to follow.
He alone is a substratum. They are evil because they are molested by the ego and egocentric desires in your bosom. These two are not in him. The waves of his dynamism expressing through your mind Because of your ego and egocentric desires, it becomes good, bad, or indifferent. These are the expressions of the past inhibitions in you. So the quality and texture is your contribution. But the thoughts are arising is a disturbance in the consciousness. And the uniqueness is expressed in the form of a koan, a self-contradictory statement. Natu aham teshu. I am not in them. Te mai, they are in me. How can that be? They are in me, but I am not in them. This indicates a relationless relationship between the infinite consciousness and all your mental and physical disturbances.
It almost sounds like the pure consciousness, Brahman versus Maya. The illusion of thought, maybe? In terms of the fact that these, I don't know, because Brahman is everything as well. Or, like one commenter said, Brahman is. Almost no difference in my mind, but I'm willing to hear what is the difference between everything is Brahman and Brahman is.
They are in me. I am not in them. The dream is mine, but I am not the dreamer, isn't it?
Whoa, hold on, rewind that. The dreamer, oh sorry, the dream is mine, but I am not the dreamer. That is very odd, because the dream becomes an object, which is something to be owned that's separate from the person acknowledging the dream, because it is not, because he is not the dreamer, so therefore the dream is something separate from himself.
Isn't it? On waking up you realize that as a dreamer you had leprosy. On waking up you have not to have the treatment necessary. I was not. And yet, where did the dream stay? How did the dream function? Because of me. In me was the dream, but the dream cannot contaminate me. I am immaculate. In the dream I may commit a murder, and that when I wake up I am not a murderer. In the dream I may starve and die, but when I wake up I have got indigestion in me. I had such a heavy dinner, and that created the dream. It's quite contrary. They are in me, I am not in them. All thoughts. So you are sitting in the seat of meditation. Everyone complains. Swamiji, dirty thoughts are coming. So what? Good thoughts are coming. So what? I have no concentration, my mind is running here and there. So what? You are not the thoughts. Thoughts are rising in you. They are in me. I am not in them.
They are in me, I am not in them. It's making it sound like the Turiya or Brahman. They are in me, I am not in them. I'm sorry, I'm trying to understand that a bit better. The only way I can think of it as though the Turiya, which is the body or mind, which is shouldn't be necessarily, but this Turiya has a container which these thoughts come into, but the Turiya is not in the thoughts, which, yeah, makes sense. But I am not in them. But it's weird to say the Turiya is like some kind of container that something goes in. especially thought. Well, yeah, I think I get it.
Even the entire philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita you don't understand. But if you practice this, you are already a master in the world outside, isn't it?
I think I get it.
I have got bad temper, Swamiji. What do you mean bad temper? Swamiji, suddenly my thoughts will become very angry. So what? When you feel that anger coming and molesting you, tell yourself, they are in me. I am not in them.
Okay, so basically, from what I'm understanding from that last portion, is the sheer fact that it's really weird he's saying that this thoughts and emotions are coming in the Turiya, or Brahman, Atman. But I've always seen it as this Turiya Brahman as something, I guess, pure that cannot go, nothing can go into it, nothing can corrupt it, nothing can touch it in a sense. All thing it can ever do is just answer what comes to it, what's presented to it, should I say, from the mind. So the mind comes up with these thoughts, emotions, whatever it may be, and the Turiya is just illuminating it, basically, and that's how I can understand it. And the Turiya is just merely answering. That's all it does. It's weird to say that it's in me, but I'm not in them. Not heard it said like that before.
Touch you. Okay? But when the anger thought comes, you hug it. And you become angry. You are not the mind.
Yeah, there you go.
The mind is fluctuating because of your grace, your blessings. Without contact with you, the consciousness, mind cannot think or produce the next thought. All thoughts are from me, there where I am not. Consciousness is not there in you. In the state of unconscious, there are no thoughts.
That actually
Good,
makes
bad, or
sense.
indifferent. And even when the thoughts are there, have the discrimination to understand that they are in me, but I am not in them. I cannot be conditioned by them. Waves are in me, but the smashing, stormy, mountainous waves cannot disturb and touch the ocean. Waves cannot be where ocean is not. All waves are nothing but oceanic water in motion. Every wave is pervaded by the waters of the ocean. The waves can destroy the ships floating on the surface, can crush mountains on the side, on the beach, can pulverize rocks, but it can do no harm to the ocean. The waves are born, they grow, they decay, they die, they disappear. These are all the nature of the waves. Ocean is not born when the wave is born. Ocean is not growing when the waves are growing. Ocean is not decaying when the waves decay. Ocean has not disappeared when the waves disappear. The destinies of the waves, the autobiography of each wave is being played out in the ocean. But ocean is not affected by that.
I know some people actually use this for an example of explaining Brahman, ocean, waves, and even bubbles. But I think where they got it from, maybe. But it's such the different way of explaining about I am in them and they are not in me. It's very strange. I've never heard it that way. That didn't really make too much sense sense for me, except for whenever he started explaining a lot of this other things to where I put two and two together. So it's really weird though, when you start thinking about the fact that Brahman is everything, or Brahman is, like someone would say, even the thoughts themselves are Brahman. The emotion that you feel, the mind that you have, the body, the physical body that you have is Brahman. So to say that you're Brahman is to say that you're everything, even the thoughts. But yet somehow those thoughts are not supposed to affect you. It's kind of weird to say that though, you know? To say that I am not the thoughts, but yet you are, if you are Brahman and Brahman, everything is Brahman, then therefore the thoughts is Brahman, therefore you are those thoughts and emotions.
If this understanding sit down, where are disturbances for the man of contemplation? Early exercises in contemplation. No more can you complain. There can never be any disturbance in contemplation if you have got the knowledge of what you are seeking or searching, and what is its relationship with your thoughts.
त्रिभिर्गुणमयैर्भाव.
Nope. Okay, well, that is abruptly. So yeah, okay. So this is basically, as far as my understanding, is that he's talking about the Turiya, your true self. It's really weird to say this is separate things, the Turiya and then your mind, your body, your emotion, basically your BMI. Body, mind, intelligence. Let me see if I can get that right. Body, physical, and I can't remember the BMIs anymore. Intelligent, thought, mind, feelings, emotions, body. I can't remember. But anyways, but to say there's a separation between your Atman, or your Turiya, and then your body, your mind, your emotions, your basically your physical self. Because again, Brahman is everything, but this looks like a duality point of view. But from my understanding of duality, it's actually different now. Duality as in God itself is separate from you, where non-duality could still mean that yourself and your body are separate in a sense, but we're all one because we're all Brahman, which I get now. That way I get. If you explain it any other way, maybe I don't. But again, to say that your Turiya and your body are separate whenever you consider that Brahman is everything, and then your body and your Turiya are the one and the same because it's Brahman, but I'm trying to have a better understanding on that. And in a way that I do understand it in a way, but I guess there's just a piece that's missing. Again, the fact that you say that Brahman is everything. Now, no, that doesn't even work. So my understanding of Brahman is that, again, based on Swami Sarvapriyananda's explanation, which I accept so far, because it's the thing that makes a lot more sense to me. Everything is Brahman, or all objects is Brahman, and all objects is Brahman, not excluding any objects. All time is Brahman, not excluding any time, and all space is Brahman, not excluding any space. So basically, everything is Brahman, or Brahman is. So that means your thought, the Turiya, your body, your emotions, all the same, all one thing. Nothing. There's no separation there. But here, I know they've explained this. I think Swami Sarvapriyananda has also explained this, that this Turiya is pure, uncorruptible. Your true self cannot be corrupted by the world, because the only thing, your true self only ever answers anything that your thoughts come up. It answers all your thoughts. It acknowledges all your emotions, but yourself, your true self, your Turiya, is never affected by those. Your body is, the chemicals that happens in your body because of what you feel, what your mind experiences. But your Turiya has never has no emotions to it. It is pure, uncorrupted, untouched by the physical body. But again, with I keep not confusing myself, but trying to understand Brahman in a different way, where, or this Turiya actually a different way. It's kind of this the real issue, I guess, kinda. Because I don't know. I should just finish it here, and maybe I'll finish my thoughts somewhere. Let me go ahead and try to finish this off. So basically, what he was explaining here is the fact that Turiya is uncorruptible, or Brahman. Turiya Brahman is uncorruptible by your thoughts, emotions, whatever is going on in the world. That's the reason why it's kind of funny. Oh, you're angry, you're getting emotional. So what? Because your Turiya, your true self is uncorruptible by these things. If you can find a way to separate yourself from your emotions, from the BMI, because I'm sorry, I can't remember what the symbol is. I'm assuming the Brahman is completely separate from the rest of this physical world. Your mind, your body, and your emotions. Intellect, sorry. Body, mind, and intellect. It's all physical. Your Turiya is something that's not physical, that is something separate from all of those. So when you realize that you are separate from these emotions, your body, and your mind, then you'd have no problems, you'd have no issues, because those two are separate. Okay, so that's my reaction to Swami, man, I was about to say, Swami Chinmayananda on They Are in Me and I Am Not in Them. They are in me, I am not in them. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.